Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, we're going to be working on defense, and the particular type of defense that I want to work on is something called destructions, which is famous for in Filipino martial arts. Destructions, the concept comes from defang the snake, which means to basically attack the attack. All right, now real quick, once you're in close with an opponent and they're like, let's say, throwing a punch to my face, the most quickest, efficient way for me to defend against that is to just simply use my arm as a shield and just block it, just like that. So the guy's trying to hit me in the face and I just go bam, and I take it on the arm, all right? That's the quickest, most efficient, but it's not the most ideal because I am receiving impact, all right? A destruction, on the other hand, is a little bit more ideal. Like, I would prefer to do a destruction, but it does take a little bit more skill, and it is not as quick and convenient as a block. It's not just right there. You have to do a little bit more. So anyway, that's just so you understand where it fits in. A counter, on the other hand, is probably one of the most ideal. However, it's also very low percentage. It's very difficult to pull off. So that just kind of lets you know where destruction fits in within these defensive tactics. So, all right, let's get started. The first thing, I want to do it with empty hand first, and then we'll go to double knife, and hopefully it'll make a little bit more sense once I do that. All right, so the first thing is a strike's coming to my face, okay, and I'm going to guide that strike to my elbow. Bam, all right, so that's the first thing. Strike's coming for my face, and I'm basically going to elbow that punch. I'm elbowing that punch. I can go this way, I could go upwards, okay, and I could go outwards. What I want to focus on today is more this side, this outwards kind of elbow, which is pretty close to this one too, but go this way. This hand coming here is very important, and if you notice this, yes, it does look like a karate block or karate type technique, and I'm doing it on purpose because I want to show the link between karate or similar styles and also Filipino martial arts. So, okay, if I'm going to use this hand, strike is coming to my face, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to guide that attack, and boom, the elbow strike. Boom, just like that. And remember, this hand coming back is also very important. So now let's talk about attacks coming in to the middle area of my body, okay? So in that case, once again, I'm going to guide, all right? And boom, I'm going to elbow strike it once again, like this. Okay, so it's coming in, and I'm guiding it to my elbow. Bam. And the elbow's going to shoot upwards to knock it out, right? Bam, knock it out of the way. Okay, same with over here. I'm guiding it, and then boom. All right, a lot of times it's very good to be using this side of the forearm rather than the soft side, okay, especially if it's against a knife, okay? So boom, just like this. Remember, this hand coming back is very important. And the other detail is I want to turn as I'm doing it. You see, notice I'm turning this way, and I could replace this way as well, but I'm turning into the attack coming in. So it's one of those looping type attacks like this. I turn into it because if I don't, and I just do it like this, if the force is a lot more powerful, the attack's a lot more powerful, makes it through, this is what happens. My spine gets tilted, and I jeopardize my rib cage, okay, my ribs and stuff. So if I turn into it, and let's say the force is a lot more than I expected, what happens? Ooh, like this, okay? This is how you catch. Just watch any sporting event. Watch people, you know, the soccer goalie, watch football. They catch like that, okay? It's very natural, and it gives you a lot more leeway than this right here. There's only so much your spine can go. This way, I could keep going back and maybe even fall down if necessary. So I could let the force go, all right? So make sure you go like this, okay? So pass it onto your elbow and strike it, okay? Now, we did high, medium, now let's go to low, all right? The low one is going to be 1 and 2. Notice, once again, this looks just like a karate style low block, okay? So it's coming in 1, this hand is going to go to the bottom right here, this hand on the top does this, bam, like that. Right, same move over here, 1 and 2, okay, 1 and 2. Notice how I'm moving out of the way, 1 and 2. All right, so now let's take this to the knives, all right, and double training knife. Okay, so the first one is when I do the upwards block, this is what it looks like. Okay, so right here I am passing their attack using my blade, right? And then this one could actually cut at this point. It can cut at this point, but if not, I could still use my entire arm, forearm, and especially the elbow to strike, so that doesn't change. But notice this hand now cuts, all right? So it guides and it cuts right here. This pulling back motion is what's going to be doing the cutting. So same with the other side. Right here, I'm guiding it, I'm knocking it out of the way, and this pulling back motion cuts right there. One of the things I also like to do here is this, okay? So as I'm guiding it, I have this X block right here, okay? This gives me reference. This gives me reference, and then from here, I can do this. From here, this reference point, right here, I can put a lot of pressure here. This X block lasts only for a split second, and boom. Because if not, if I just try to guide and then strike right here, there's a danger that I could cut my own elbow, and I definitely don't want that. But if I make the X block, boom, from this point on, I know where my elbow is because I made contact right here. So that helps me avoid just meeting this, and this is exactly what I want to avoid. Bam, just like that. I make contact, brief contact there, X block, and bam, just like that. All right, so the next one, medium target area. So once again, I guide it, and then bam, just like this, okay? I'm guiding it, and this right here, this, I could guide it and use this as a block and then cut. Guide, block, cut, all right? Or I could guide, block with the entire arm, because this is my shield. As I elbow it out of the way, I cut. Once again, I like to use the X block for a split second, bam, and this way I know that I'm not going to cut my own arm. It gives me, once again, a nice split second reference point right here to know where my arm is, my other arm is. All right, so now the low block is 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Comes straight from the sticks, 1 and 2, 1, and then from here I'm guiding it. It's a parry, and then from here this is my actual blocking move where their attack is going to slide off this weapon or this arm right here, and then this pulling motion can cut right there. So 1, and as I'm blocking with this motion right here is what cuts. Now this is very important. The reason why we go to the double knives is so that you can see this right here is a very, very bad cut if I pass on top. Okay, so with a blade it makes a big difference. With empty hand, not so much, but with blade, I want to go on the bottom. So go to the bottom and bam, like this. Go to the bottom, bam. The bottom, bam. If I go to the top once again, then I just cut myself right here. Very bad cut. So make sure you go to the bottom and bam, right here. Bottom, bam, bam. And you can see how this easily goes back and mixes up with the stick techniques. So anyway, thank you for watching and take care, folks.